Hi everyone, you're about to see how we doubled the sales of this e-commerce store in 60 days without increasing their ad spend. So if you're kind of not getting the results that you want from your Meta ads, this might be worth a watch. Just a little bit of context about the client. This was a UK business, e-commerce store in the pet supplies niche, doing around 800k a year with around 20% of that revenue coming from Facebook ads. Once we kind of onboarded the client and took a look in the account, a few things became quite clear. So number one is they weren't refreshing their creatives enough, which I'll get into a little bit more in a second. Number two is that they were spreading the budget very, very thin across a lot of campaigns, when it's much better if you consolidate and focus that budget on one or two campaigns. And number two, they were spending very inefficiently. You can see 2.25 return on ad spend here, barely breaking even. Lots of improvements to be made, but once we kind of took a look in the account, we set a goal, and that goal was to scale their Meta ads to 30k a month and fix the inefficient spending. You can see they're at 22 here. Wanted to add another kind of 10k a month and reduce that spend a little bit, get a little bit more efficiency out of the ads. So the main problem, like I said, I'd loop back to this, was ad fatigue, which is when people get tired of seeing the same ad too many times and they stop paying attention. So you can imagine if your target market, your potential customer, is scrolling through their Facebook feed and they see one ad, and then the next day they see the same ad, and they say they see the same ad, and they kind of just shut their brain off from that ad. This can happen. It's a very common one when you're not refreshing your ads enough. So this was the main problem. The strategy we kind of took, we jumped into the account, killed the underperformers, consolidated the campaigns, focused the budgets, made sure the targeting was all in check. Then we moved on to ad research, so kind of researching their market, researching their current customers, researching competitors, and kind of compiling all this information so that we can then use that information to go and make new ads, right? This market research, this ad research, is the foundation, it's the basis of kind of everything we do after that point. After we did that, we can jump into ad generation, which is when we create new ads, video, image, carousel, catalog, based on what we researched. So after launch, we went through a testing period where we try not to touch anything. We let the ads optimize, get out of the learning phase. After that testing period, we then analyze, we optimize, kill the underperformers, scale the better ones, and then we use that data that we found in this analysis to go and make new ads and then launch them again. And we kind of use this process over and over again to just make better and better and better and better and better ads and get better and better and better and better results in the process. Speaking of results, let's jump in. 60 days later, we can see we've consolidated the campaigns down into two campaigns now. We managed to cut the spend by around 50%, just shy of 50%, and we increased sales by £28,000, which is obviously double what they were making before through Meta ads, and that's an 124% increase and 400% increase on return on ad spend. So definitely hit our goal, obviously blasted past that 30k a month mark and fixed the ad inefficiencies. You can see with 4x ROAS there, so really, really, really good results. So I'm sure you're thinking, how can you achieve the same results, right? There's three kind of factors that go into it. One might seem like an obvious one, but be surprised in how many people mess up on it, is product market fit. So does your product solve a definable problem for your market? So number two is credibility. So have you provided value that people approve, being maybe in testimonials or reviews, whatever that might be? Has the market responded positively? And number three is obviously just the willingness to invest and trust the process. So if you feel stuck kind of in the same position that this client was before, with underperforming ads, definitely shoot me an email. I'd love to get to know you and your business and your situation a little bit more. No pressure, but you can email me at will@partmarketing.co.uk, and I look forward to speaking with you.